About 4 years ago, my daughter and I were driving on the 101, and she was pointing to tags off of the freeway. When I saw that what I thought was only at a certain level socioeconomically was really everywhere, I understood that everybody didn't understand the depth of graffiti. And also, I knew to give these kids a place to create and be seen as artists bigger than they could in the street. So I created a competition for them because I got that there's something magical about the game in the street. So I'm trying to mimic the game in the street, but off the wall. We work with that energy and kind of harness it and direct it, and then also challenge it and then cheer about it.
Off-the-wall graffiti has been a really great opportunity for me to be able to express myself creatively and mentor some kids.
They give opportunities to kids who otherwise would not have a place and the means to make art the way that they're able to here. Maura is inspirational, she's passionate, and she's just really pushing to give these kids an experience.
I like that they don't have a set thing that is Scratchpad. It can be pretty much anything. I've seen a bunch of different mediums used on the bottles. I like the idea of a brand being kind of blank and open to interpretation.
I always dreamed about having a wine label, and here I can just kind of do as many as I want. And it's amazing. It looks great. It's a brilliant idea.
I mean, I already have a pretty cool collection of Scratchpad bottles from artists.
There's a process to drinking wine if you want to really get into it and experience it that way, and I think that's kind of like almost like ritualistic way you can kind of get ready to paint or express yourself in any way.
I think the blank canvas is cool because it can be interpreted by whoever. Anyone can just kind of grab the pencil and be creative with that. And I really think it's great that you guys are supporting artists the way you do. It's been really fun to draw on the bottles and be able to represent a brand that way.
I had an older cousin, which, by the way, I lived in Guatemala at the time. You know, I came to live here when I was 9. But before that, I had an older cousin. Man, his drawings inspired me. I consider myself a purist of art. I'm mostly known for this kind of stuff, you know, like spray can stuff. And that's kind of how I cut my teeth in the streets. But so when I came across off-the-wall graffiti, I was really excited about it because, you know, I do art for a living. But what off-the-wall graffiti does, and what we do, is we say there's another part of life that you need to get hip with. And that part of life is like self-acceptance and realizing that there's so much potential within you, and all you need is someone who can come and guide you and pull that potential out of you.
Wine is absolutely a creative element, and I think it gives you that nice, mellow, warm feeling that makes you want to create something. Scratchpad gives you a nice outlet, and I think it makes for a good present. If my beer bottles had blank canvases, I would draw on those. When the wine really kicks in, they're all going to start drawing on it.
I want the emotions and the aesthetic to come off of a lot of the illustrations I do, just like the walls, to get a reaction out of people. I want people to see, it's all created out of a pinched nerve of the soul is what I call it. Everything has waves, everything is a line, everything has a duplicate. A lot of art can just sit there and do nothing. I want stuff that people can kind of have an adventure looking at. Anything is relatable to art. Art is life. Whatever you want it to be, whatever you bring to it, wherever you come from, whoever you are, it doesn't really matter. Everything can be turned to art. I think it's great that they finally got rid of all the nonsense on the label and let artists have some fun with it. And something like a logo, something that represents something else, trying to tell you it's something else, is not as fun as an empty canvas.
And that's where it kind of started, like with comic books when I was younger, copying things, looking at things. If I can do a branch of tree, I'll do a branch of tree and trying to interpret it on my own. Scratchpad really, it's like saying, hey, we have a blackboard for you. Go kill it. Anybody that can draw. And it's kind of like, hey, dude, I know you can draw. Come draw with me. Come make something with me. Scratchpad is this blank thing that we can make. Let's make magic happen. You know, it's like, let's do it.
My connection to off-the-wall graffiti goes pretty deep. About a year ago, I was brought up to LA to watch over the founder's house, and through there I was able to get into school and begin studying game design. I believe that wine and art have a deep social connection to each other. I believe that Scratchpad is wonderful. I recently sampled their wines, and I'm not really a wine person, but they are some of the best wines that I've drank.